if there is a 2, 5, or an 8 in the time when you're seeing this, or anywhere on the screen, then this could be for you. Or if you have had a particularly memorable memory on Halloween of a star, whether an actual star you saw in the sky, maybe you saw something else in the sky, just kind of weird, or kind of like a little less than usual, you know, at least maybe for you. If you have a specific memory tied to a star interaction on Halloween, could be for you. If you're wearing any blue or pastel colors, this could be for you. Or if you have eaten any red fruit in the past 3 days, or you have like a red fruit that you just acquired and it's waiting for you to eat it, and you're probably gonna within the next 3 days, this could be for you. Or interesting, something left out in the brewing rain. If you have left something out in the rain in the past 4 weeks, this could be for you. Yeah, if you left something out in the rain this year in particular. Well, we'll get into that. The amount of synchronicities you had lined up can indeed correspond to the amount of which this is for you. But of course, we do this here for funsies and heavily for the ASMR. So don't take any of this too seriously now, okay? Okay. Also, if you've had some kind of like lemon dessert or lemon sweet in the past 4 days, this could be for you. Okay, let's get on with that. Bewitching, yes, and be, blink, and you shall see a bubbling desire left in the brewing rain. So, this can actually be physically like you lay something out in the rain, but this also kind of feels like something you gave up on in the midst of being like, okay, like, I can't do, like, there's just something you had to weed back because of just what you're going through at that time, you know what I mean? So, this is definitely something kind of like resurfacing, rebubbling up, kind of igniting some little intriguing thoughts towards it for you. We also have dark moon here. In the dark of your heart lives new breath, waiting for you to release its ghost. Oh. So it might feel kind of like going back to an old version of you, this thing you left, you know, in the past because you just couldn't. And this feels like it's different for a lot of y'all, but this feels like maybe a hobby, maybe something you were like wanting to try starting up, you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So this isn't necessarily like you going back to an old version of yourself. This is you going back to something that you knew was for you anyways. It just wasn't exactly the time, you know. I think you do know. I'm excited because definitely whenever those like kind of that fog reveals itself, because it seems like there's a hesitation because of that feeling like going, you know, but after you really step in it in that fog lamp, it's quite excited for your endeavors ahead. Also, your first 2 cards have such a similar vibe. Okay, snowflakes is the next. Every moment is a sacred gift, a blessing you shouldn't take for granted. going to be kind of like not only fixing your attention span. Whoa! I think my chair's broken. Wait, I actually don't know what's going on with him. Okay. Whoa! Okay, can't do that. Oh, hold up. Okay, we're back. That was alarming. So yeah, whatever this project is, your time, your extra time you're going to be spending on this is definitely going to be like kind of healing up your attention span, fixing her up a bit, as well as just kind of helping you get more mindful and centered. This is definitely going to help like your interactions with other beings as well, because you're going to feel like, I don't know, this is just going to be giving you more comfort in your noggin, and when you're more comfortable, you feel freer to express, you know. So this is definitely some of y'all are gonna have a couple days this week's, okay? Maybe within the next like 2 weeks, you're gonna be having a few days that you are just, it's one of them days. Every little thing is bugging you, your tag is scratching you wrong. Pretty much when you wake up on these days, you're gonna know it's one of those days. Make sure when you wake up and know that you dress for comfort that day, okay? You dress for comfort, and you kind of align things that day for comfort. Even if you don't quite feel like you're at your last straws yet, it's better to get that little, get that cozy bed made before you plop down in it, okay? We also have sacred waters here, so some water time, whether this is like swimming, a bath, a shower, washing your face, brushing your teeth, washing the dishes. Some interactions with water this week as well are really going to help ground you. So maybe if you've been feeling like you've been having one of those days and you haven't yet had some kind of like ritual or water touch, it might be time to go take a little shower, get all comfy cozy, maybe take a bath, maybe make yourself some tea. Maybe make yourself some tea. Okay. When you wake up, you dress for comfort on those days, okay? Forged in fire, your strength was crafted through adversary, a mastery only you behold. So there's something here that, and of course, we're all unique, we're all different, but this is coming up, so I feel like it has to be said. Whatever this project is that you're going to be stepping back into, it feels like there's a, oh, well, maybe I don't have a place in it though, or what could I really contribute? Nay. There's a very specific reason you're headed down that path. You're doing it. There's a very specific reason, because you have a very specific little puzzle piece to add in that's going to connect a lot of things, connect a lot of peeps. Okay, I'm excited. Okay. What else do we got? Try and shuffle quietly. Garden, vegetables, and candle dressing. Ooh, what? Okay, some of y'all like have done like a candle check in with and reflect on the seeds you have planted. Okay, so if this is you, if you or the candle dresser, you've like collected your own seeds, dressed your candles. If this is you, then you definitely have something. This pertains to the like endeavors you're stepping back into, for sure. There's definite seeds and definite growth to still be had there, for sure. So don't think that like, oh, it's too late, I should have stuck to it when I, you know what I mean? No. Oh, don't you worry. But then if you know someone that is like that, the candle, the candle dressing situation reminds you of someone else. If they are here with us in the flesh, it might be time to give them a little call. Just, be like, hey, you want to make candles together? You want to do that? Or you want to do something else, some other craft together? There's definitely someone to call to get up to and doing crafts with, to get up to and doing. You know what I mean? Jelly bean, right? You know what I mean? Sharp as nails, engraving my willed intentions spoken, declare what will be. Ooh, okay, so definitely. I just think it's crazy. Some of y'all are definitely like into whether you have your own garden now, or you're like really getting into kind of intentionally crafting with different herbs and plants, and maybe this is like getting specific about what kind of fruits and vegetables and fibers and stuff you're eating, like on like different cycles. Some of y'all are really getting in depth with it, and I think this is really gonna help, like, not only, whatever intention you have with this, that intention is like definitely being clearly seen as like a devotion to yourself. Some of you, maybe you haven't started this endeavor yet, okay, but this definitely seems like something you're going to be incorporating a lot more in these next 4 months, and it's gonna be helping you find like new energy reservoirs, community service here as well. So this is also something that looks like it's going to be connecting you to a community as well, whether it is maybe you're like watching some health I sound like an old lady here, some health social media and you like kind of connect into a community there to like learn different things, or maybe you have some course or something that has to do like with nutrition. A lot of you just have these like little different like intrigues to where if you don't know where to start, I guarantee you're more intrigued somewhere, and you're not more intrigued in one direction for no reason. So if you're like, I have been wanting to actually start looking into what foods can best support me in my cycle, or what foods can help me, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm excited. The balm to your wounds lives in the spark that radiates love and brings healing to the world. So definitely something about this connection, this like learning growth with a community here is just going to be the balm on the wounds, Doesn't get much more clear than that now, does it? And that's beautiful, even just helping one person out with some wound helps so much, like in the grand scheme of things, and most certainly in that person's life. And it seems like something about you and your community. You're gonna be helping little peeps. Whoa, okay, that one just flipped out here, and we had card number 44, Wild Cat with the Unknown. And then let's see what flipped on the ground. Okay. Paper boats. Okay. definitely you're going to want to stay extra grounded this next month, which this definitely ties into making, taking care of yourself, getting yourself comfy. If you're hungry and craving some particular fruit or vegetable, taking care of that need. If you just need to step into something a bit more comfy cozy, a bit more sensory friendly, this definitely ties into that, because we have paper boats here. Stay afloat and don't tilt too much. A lesson awaits you. Okay. So there's just be aware of your sensory needs. Okay. And be prepared. Be prepared, because you know by now what helps. What little things might help a little bit. The unknown. Think on it and you will stumble. For the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. Let it bleed into the depths, bearing nothing but desire. And then we had Wild Cat. Be still and tune in, for there's something afoot lurking alongside you. Okay. Okay. This is definitely kind of like, when you're grounding, whether you're meditating, whatever, connecting into. So this is definitely kind of like acknowledging and stepping into the relationship with like that co-creator, you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Recognizing your space in time right now, and how, the energy that is animating this all is not anywhere from outside. It's literally everywhere. It's everywhere. So something that might kind of help is kind of taking the perspective that this energy that animates everything, that we're not with you, like it's all a big soup. Nothing is outside of the soup, okay? Everything is the soup. Utilizing your awareness and kind of imagining that energy that you're co-creating with, like as a being that has gone through it all with you. They saw everything. They saw everything that you didn't say. They saw everything that you said. They saw everything that was said to you. They were with you for literally everything. And not only that, but this energy is the energy, everything. It's a big old soup, right? So it has all the knowledge of everything that's ever happened in that well, because it's out of time. Okay? Just acknowledge that energy. No. Sorry we went out there, but like for real, acknowledging that and just being like, hey yo, how's it going today? Acknowledging them as a being that you don't have to catch up. You know what I mean? When you meet with them, you don't have to catch them up on anything. You just sit in their presence and see what's up with them today. See what's up with you today. See what type of inspirations they show up with for you today. They're just sitting there waiting for you to come and tap them on the shoulder, be like, oh hey, by the way, how are you doing today? By the way, what's you up to? By the way, what's everything up to? Just give them a little tap, and they're just waiting with like the most delicious snacks for you. Alright, so get in on that. And we have bushes of apples here on the I've been like kind of flipping the deck, opening it like a book, but like different, because I'm just trying to shuffle differently Invite your truth forward and invoke the power of healing, growth, and the truest essence of who you are. Okay. So, this is going to be something, this is all for funsies, okay? Definitely for the ASMR, but if you want to kind of try to kind of shift some perspective, make your life a little bit more magical and whimsy the next couple months or however long you want to do this, if you have any energies or emotions you don't prefer, or any thought loops you kept going back to, or keep going back to, that you don't want to anymore, you're done with it, you're ready to just allow your mind the time and space to explore the unknown instead of being stuck in the known, because you got so many fun things to explore, but potentially so much of your thought time is being used up by things that already happened, doggone happened, or being used up by things you worry are gonna happen. Alright? Just squeegee that off there. Now, invite your truth forward and invoke the power of healing, growth, and the true essence of who you are. So whenever these things come up, and this is definitely going to take some sitting down and connecting the two, okay? Connecting the feeling with the thought you would rather have or and would not. So whenever you have that thought, or you start going down that trail again, and you're like, alright, no, what's something we'd like to intentionally add instead? How about we just show up, get present with ourselves, get present with that co-creator, ask what's up today, feel what's up today. But there's something here. Invite your truth forward and invoke the power. If you don't want to feel those anymore, just toss them away. Be like, okay, no more of that. And I know that's way easier said than done. But really connecting, acknowledging what it is you don't want to be thinking, wasting too much time thinking about. Maybe it's doom scrolling. It could be. When you start scrolling, you're like, no, actually, and then have something set in place to do instead. Okay? Could be, I don't want to give you examples, because the ones that are going to, benefit your path the most, and benefit you and your everyday wellness the most, but connect the two. This is also definitely going to help you get, like we said earlier too, this is really patching up your awareness and your attention span and your mindfulness. And this seems like a patching up that is going to be, it feels like a water bag that's just got leaks everywhere. These patches are going to be you're gonna be like, where did all this energy come from all of a sudden? You got Father Christmas. How did I get here? Lost, perhaps? No worries at all. Gather yourself and clear the frost, for the good still lives in you, dear. Definitely do not beat yourself up over these past, thinking, or when you're trying to, have more of the thoughts you want to have, or open yourself up to having new, great thoughts, and exploring new, great thought paths, trails. Don't be too hard on yourself for how many times you have to, remind yourself. Okay, we have to remind her, just be extra nice. Yeah, this definitely feels like, we got Father Christmas. This feels like a great grandpa being like, bro, what, look at what you done. Don't you worry, you'll get it figured out. Pat you on the back, give a little old grandpa hug. yeah, this definitely feels like a kind of like a you over like making a big deal out of some things that, like, yeah, big deal to you, like your dreams or like something you're really passionate about. But there's something here about like putting too much like of your own personal existence into it, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you're in this thing to pass time on this floating rock with a bunch of other peeps who are just out here passing time, exploring time, okay, if you will, getting locked up in time, if you will. We're all out here doing things. This definitely feels like an old man being like, oh, is that really a big deal though? Like maybe you have a specific like great-grandpa that like specifically when you brought something up, they're like, what? And you were like maybe kind of upset that you're like, oh, but it's a bigger deal than that. But I don't know. This also just feels like a very comforting energy, being like, hey, when you start getting riled up too much about something, maybe that is your trigger that you have to connect into a feeling, you know what I mean? When you start getting too much anxiety, when you start caring too much about exactly how something's gonna turn out, that's your reminder to let go and be like, you know what, actually, everything's just gonna turn out exactly how it ends up turning out around me, because that's how everything just is. So I'm gonna release that grip so that I can keep space in my mind and my heart to all of the other things around me that are just whispering for me to get a glimpse of, you know what I mean, and they get inspired, that, you know. Anyway, this definitely feels like if you're too focused in on something, you're maybe gonna miss out on some other opportunities. So just keep yourself, especially these next few months, you don't want to get too laser focused on something, because you definitely have some other opportunities that are going to be popping up. Not exactly where you're expecting opportunities to be popping up, okay? And if you are too laser focused, too stressed out, you might not see them as opportunities for you. But this is definitely, this card popping out again, this is definitely opportunities to grow your community or share more community with someone, or just feel, you know, that connection, especially when we were talking before, like feeling that connection to the soup around that we're all in, you know what I mean? If I go like that, the energy ripples about. If I'm like, oh, can you feel that? I'm sending you good vibes and good, lovely dreams. I hope they're full of all your favorite things. Like, you can just do fun magic like that, you know what I mean? Reminding yourself of the connectedness. And this is definitely going to be something healing that and helping you feel more connected. You know, we get depressed and like lonely when that connection, we don't feel it. So I'm excited for these next few things that are going to be taking place in your next few months, because there's definitely going to be some healing balm brewed up by you and your new buddies. That's rad. We also have Witch here. Grab hold, allow the dwelling fire within belly, awaken all that is. A mere glimpse, a delicate pull at the very roots, living into the alchemy of self. Yo, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited for all the things you're going to be. You know, when you start feeling this connection, more connected to everything, you're opening yourself up to the inspiration of everything. How crazy is that? You're going to be starting to get inspiration in places you didn't even like expect. For some of you, this is definitely like maybe you're a content creator, just like filming instead of planning too much, sitting down and planning like your situation, just allow yourself to go about your biz. Make your biz your content, some of you. Others of you. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's other places in your life, you know, our non-content creators out here. There's other places in your life that you're gonna be like subtly incorporating more mindfulness too. That's gonna be helping you draw inspiration and energy from unexpected sources. Oh, also some of y'all are going to be attracting partners from unexpected sources or friendship. Some of you also, this feels like rekindling an old friendship, mayhaps. Yeah. The pulse through all that I am. No hidden form is left untouched. I am willing, I am risking, for I yearn for unity spilled lustrously upon my lips. Okay. I'm really excited. Oh, I'm really excited. Something about these next few months for you just really feels like, you know, when you patch up your mindfulness, when you get present more and you remind yourself to be present more, you're opening yourself up to the magic of the present moment, quite literally. And the more you show up for yourself there in the present moment, the more you're gonna get stuff done. And this stuff is gonna feel real good to get done. So even though this is definitely going to require some of your doom scroll time, require some of your crash out time, require some of your I don't know, it's gonna require some time from somewhere else. This is going to be immediately, like within 40 minutes of you starting back in on this thing and really deciding that you're going to start working on this thing, or like just adding more of your time to this endeavor. Within 40 minutes you're gonna be like, oh, so worth it. Why haven't I been doing this the past 4 weeks? What? Okay. For some of you, this, if you're like, but what is it? Like, do I meditate? Do I what? Some of you, this definitely feels like a walking meditation, or just sit in meditation right when you wake up in the morning while you're making your tea or whatever. Maybe turn on a little guided meditation on the tubes or something. Or if you feel like you're good without the guided meditation, just doing a little extra meditation here and there throughout the week, getting some walking meditation in. But definitely this feels like meditation more in the morning time, you know, reminding yourself where you just came from, you know, you're resting your body and you're adventuring about your dreams. This can also help you like recollect your dreams better when you meditate in the morning time. So if you want to like kind of start adventuring more in that direction, that'd be great too. So for some of you, this is like meditating while you have your tea, while you're making your tea, right before your tea or something, or your coffee, you know, whatever you drink in the morning, or water, I don't know. Before you start really bombarding your brain with all the different things, all the different thoughts from yesterday, all the different thoughts from before, you know what I mean? Put yourself in the present moment, peacefully. If you need help, guided meditation, okay? If you don't, just remind yourself to utilize more of your time for you in that regards. We've been here a bit, haven't we? If you are seeing this, you got to this point, leave me a red emoji in the comments so I know I'm still here and awake. Thank you so much. for watching. You watching my videos supports my dreams, and I know we do this just for funsies, but I also, all of my videos have such a heavy emphasis on healing your dream space and helping you have, like, you know, whether you have nightmares, whether you don't have good dream recollection, or you'd like to start lucid dreaming or getting more out of your dreams. I'm here. All my base here on the internet is imbued with that lovely dream magic for you. And so it means a lot that you're here helping me share this, because I am so passionate about y'all's connection to that dream space. It can heal ya, and it'll heal your best thought. It can inspire you. It can connect you. Haven-like states in your dreams, and you find those places in your dreams when you have those experiences. It makes it's like, okay, bruh, you gotta have them. You gotta have them. So that's why I'm here. I really want y'all to find those lovely haven spots in your dreams, states, if you will. Thank you so much for being here, and don't forget to set your dream journal by your bedside. Drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables, and do things that are inspiring to you, even if they don't make sense to everyone else or anyone else. Sometimes they don't even make sense to you in the moment. Take care, and sweet dreams, jelly.